Hi there, this is Steve. This week's episode features friend of the pod, Jeff Ryan, and covers the 2 issues of Spectacular Spider-Man magazine. We're offering it as a special bonus to our Patreon patrons. You can become a patron by going to patreon.marvelrereadclub.com. This is a teaser for the episode. We hope you'll consider becoming a patron and enjoying the full version of the episode. But if you choose not to, don't worry. These magazines don't neatly fit into Marvel's continuity. We'll return to a regular episode covering issues of November 1968 in 2 weeks. So without further ado, here's the teaser.
Hi, everybody. I'm Matt.
And I'm Steve.
And this is Marvel Reread Club.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to our first Patreon exclusive episode. Thank you very much for being patrons. We very much appreciate it.
Yeah, and if, you signed up for just to listen to this one episode and then you intend to cancel right afterwards, we understand that's the way life works. We understand that, that people do that, but we'd love it if you stuck around. We'd love it if you stuck around and kept paying for the wonderful goodness you've been getting. It's very cheap. It's the best deal in town. But welcome one way or another to our patrons and to our special Patreon first episode. And welcome to our special guest. Welcome to Jeff Ryan. Welcome, Jeff.
Hey, great to be back, guys.
It's great to have you back. We have had Jeff Ryan on before. He is the official biographer of both John Romita Sr. and John Romita Jr. Why don't you go ahead and reintroduce yourself, Jeff, and remind us the title of the book?
Okay, great. My name is Jeff Ryan, and I wrote a book called Father and Son Issues, A Secret History of Spider-Man. And that secret history was that Spider-Man's connections to the Romita family. John Sr., who took over drawing from original penciler and co-creator Steve Ditko. John Jr., who is currently the penciler for Amazing Spider-Man. And their wife/mom, Virginia Romita, who helped save Marvel in the 1980s.
So wait, in 2026, John Romita Jr. is back drawing Spider-Man?
Yes, he is still one of their lead pencilers. It's kind of crazy.
I did not know that.
Yes. So the Marvel Reread Club, eventually, when it gets to 2026, you're still going to be looking at John Romita Spider-Mans.
Yes. Well, given that we are doing less than a month per month recently, so I don't think we're going to be getting there anytime soon.
Yeah, you got a lot of 70s to wade through.
Yeah.
I'd say 10 years of 70s, if my math is right.
Something like that.
I believe that might be correct. And we're trying to figure out what we're going to do when we hit the long 70s there. we might have some alternative plans at that point.
Well, now, you're already not doing everything Marvel. Like, you're not covering Tessie the Typist, right?
No. Tessie the Typist. I'm not familiar with Tessie the Typist. Was that an actual Marvel book?
Yes, along with Linda Carter, student nurse. And that's a great bit of trivia because Linda Carter is, of course, also the name of Wonder Woman.
Yes. So, Jeff, you last time were keeping a secret from us last time you came on. And that secret is you must have a ton of fans because our episodes we did with you are the most popular episodes we ever did, which we're like...
That's a secret from me, too. I did not know that.
It's the first of the 2 episodes we did with you is in the top 3 streamed episodes of the entire history of the podcast.
We figured somebody up there likes you or us and linked to that particular episode and got it a ton of listens. So that was just one of many reasons we decided, hey, we should have Jeff back on and we should make it our first ever Patreon exclusive episode. Also because we just thought you were a great guest and we were like, we would love to have him on again, and especially to discuss Spectacular Spider-Man 1 and 2. So should we go ahead and explain what we're doing here today?
And we'll also have to explain that this Spectacular Spider-Man is not the Spectacular Spider-Man that's had a couple 100-issue run.
No.
Right.
So this is not when I grew up, there were 3 regular Spider-Man books. There was Amazing Spider-Man, there was Marvel Team Up, where he teamed up with other heroes, and then there was a book called Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, which had sort of second-tier Spider-Man villains showing up for sort of second-tier stories that were not to be confused with the main Amazing Spider-Man book. And, it was okay. There were some good issues over the years of Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, especially when Ed Hannigan was working on the book. I was a fan of those. But this was something entirely different. This was a short-lived, or as my old friend Dave Scheidt would say, short-lived, which is apparently the actual correct pronunciation of that word. This was a short-lived magazine that Marvel put out. So I should explain that there was another publisher named Warren that was publishing comic book style magazines in the mid 60s and was making money. And Marvel was like, hey, there's a way to make money. We're not doing that. Why don't we do magazines? So these were not only bigger than the average comic, they were also a slightly different aspect ratio than the average comic. They decided, let's go and do like Warren was doing. So they went ahead and published Spider-Man #1, which was more than twice the cost of a normal comic. It was 35 cents as opposed to 12 cents. And it was 3 times the size of a normal comic. It was like 60 pages. They went ahead and published one black and white issue, Spectacular Spider-Man #1. I think, Jeff, you'll be able to tell us more than we know about this. But a couple months later, they're like, okay, let's do Spectacular Spider-Man #2. But we've given up on this whole black and white experiment. Let's go and do this one in full color. And then they went ahead and did Spectacular Spider-Man #2 in full color. And then they said, next issue featuring the TV Terror. And then TV Terror never arrived. There was no Spectacular Spider-Man #3. And they abandoned the whole concept until 10 years later when they started Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man as a regular comic book. So that is what I know. That's everything I know about this. Jeff, what can you tell us that I failed to comprehend?
And that's it for this episode teaser. Again, if you want to hear the rest, you can become a patron at patreon.marvelrereadclub.com. Thank you so much for listening.